Hi guys, it's Rachel Gore. Thank you for joining me on my channel. Today I'm doing something really different, and that's because I'm going to show you how to clean efficiently. These are step-by-step breakdowns on what to do and why to do it and how to do it, really to save time and energy. I'm also going to tell you when to take breaks because this video is kind of designed for if you have like a really hectic lifestyle. So I'm just going to really jump right into it. There are some pre steps that I'm going to tell you. The first step is really quite important because when I was like a new mom, I didn't have things prepared. So my first step is just to make sure that you have things prepared. So right now I have eggs boiling for the babies. So if you have like a baby, make sure you make the baby bottle, because the last thing you want to do is clean for 2-3 hours and then realize that your baby woke up and then you don't have the bottles that you need. So clean the bottles, prep food for medication if someone needs medication, things like that. That's really important because you're going to get caught up. This is something that speed is the name of the game. You have to work really fast, you guys. All right, so the second step is to get dressed. Wear old t-shirt and sneakers. See, sneakers, because you're going to be putting soap everywhere. There's probably oil on the floor. You need to work really fast. And if you are slowing down for every single step, it's really gonna take a longer time. You don't want to every single time you step over. You don't want to keep stepping over something, thinking, "Oh, I don't want to get that on my feet." So really dress, dress poorly. Okay. The second thing that I have to mention is that if your kitchen is like mine right now, like really bad. This is terrible. I mean, I don't ever really see this mess on YouTube. Like it is really bad, right? Right? Okay. Make sure you get some paper plates and paper cups and the right materials to clean. Don't feel really guilty about buying these, because what would happen is you'll be caught up in this endless cycle of just washing what you need for the next meal and it being dirty again, and you're just washing what you need for the next meal, and so you're never actually going to get to the mess. You're just going to be washing what you need, and it's just going to be this endless cycle. If you're overwhelmed, it's okay. I'm giving you permission. That's why we use it for parties and stuff, because it's overwhelming to clean up all that mess. So it's okay. That took me a really long time to, I don't know, not feel guilty about. And most of them is biodegradable, right? Like, just, anywho, don't feel guilty. Mm. Get something to drink. Okay. I think that's really it that I have to kind of mention about the pre before you start cleaning up. The first step that you're gonna do once you actually I have my notes here. It's weird. I know this stuff, but it's like I just don't want to mess it up for you guys. All right. So the first step is that you're going to clean from outside in. So you're going to go from outside, meaning you're going to go to your car, you're going to go to your bedroom, you're going to walk around your house and make sure all the plates and everything is in the kitchen. I already did that. Now that's so important because this always happens to me. I clean the kitchen and then I walk up to like my bathroom or my bedroom, and there it is. It's that plate. It's that cup. And it's like the most disgusting plate and cup ever. So like make sure you clean from outside in. So go walk around, get everything and put it in here. All right. The next thing you want to do is make sure if you have a mess. All right, so like my living room, my dining room is clean, right? My floors here are really dirty. So what I'm going to do is just quickly sweep up the floor and put it in the corner. I'm not going to clean the floor. I'm just going to sweep it up. And that way, because if my kids start walking back and forth in and out, they're not taking the dirty stuff that's in the kitchen and bringing it to my living room and dining room, because that will create more of a mess later on. So you want to really prevent that. So If there is a mess, if something spilled on the floor, clean that up, because if you're going to be trampling over it, it's going to create more of a mess. Okay, so prevent the mess. I don't know if I mentioned put the food away. I can't even remember. Oh, if I did mention it, put your food away. Any food, that'll be the first step. I don't know what step I'm on. Is to put is to put the food away. So all the food away. Okay. And I think those are the things that you kind of need to kind of establish before you start the actual cleaning. All right. So now that we're going to start this whole process, the first step you're going to do is to make a big decision. So your big decision is going to be, what side do you want your clean dishes to go and dirty dishes to go? So I typically would use the side with the most space. So from my sink, and this counter has more space, so this is going to be clean dishes. All right, clean stuff. And then from this side of the sink onward is where I'm going to start putting all my dirty stuff, okay? So that's your first major big decision. All right, so the second thing after that you're going to do is going to sound weird, but you're going to clean your sink. You're going to clean it out, and you're going to put all this dry stuff away. And you are going to start organizing. All right, I'm going to kind of explain this to you. So before we kind of get started, what you're going to do is you're going to put only plates in here, only plates in the sink, and cups and bowls in a pile. And then you're going to get a big bowl. I'm pretty much going to use maybe this bowl. You're going to put like Ajax and soap and fill it up with hot water, and that's where you're going to dump all the utensils. So you're pretty much going to be organizing your dirty dishes. And I tend to put my dirty pots, I'm going to soak them, and I'm going to put them on the stove. Okay, so everything has a spot. Your dishes in the sink, bowls and cups, utensils are going to go in a bowl with hot soapy water, and you're going to put your pots and pans on the stove. I'm going to turn that off soon. And you're going to put that with soap, okay? And then you need a garbage bag. So you're going to put the garbage bag, guys. You're going to see the counter? Oh, can you see this? Okay. All right. I'm going to open a drawer, stick it here, and stick it. Not fun. Can't do it one-handed. Okay. I'm gonna. You can just move your trash bag, but make sure that your trash bag is like right in the space, the area that you're cleaning, and that's because the amount of times. Look how much items are here. It's like probably well over 50 items, right? If you're gonna walk, and maybe half of that is just trash. You're gonna walk from the counter to the trash to the sink. Counter, trash, sink. It's like you're cutting out half the work just by putting a trash bag there. Like, I'm not lying. So that's how I'm gonna get started. That's what I'm gonna do. So where can I put this camera? Let me see. Where can I put you so that you can see me and yet be a part of this cleaning world for me. Okay. So yeah, I really haven't seen much real cleaning videos like when it's like really messy like this. One thing that might help you is to minimize your plates and stuff. These are my when I have guest over plates. I have 4 plates for my family that we use all the time. Only 4. That way I know that, all right, you need to wash the dishes. So these are all because we had people over, and then I had my state exam last night. So, you know, I passed. So, yeah, some things had to go. Here's the thing, guys. Your dishes are always going to be there. Life is not always going to be there. Like, you know, don't get so caught up in cleaning up. It's not like the end of the world. Really, it's not. Like, your relationships are just so much more important than that. And, you know, your time with yourself and God is just so much more important. So, so much stuff. Okay, so I'm going to grab this big bowl. I'm going to clean it out first. We made chocolate cake. Alright, so that's my soapy water. These are my kids' toys that happen to be everywhere. This way. Alright guys, so you see I'm starting at the sink. I got my big bowl of hot soapy water and I'm just gonna place it right on this side where it's the dirty stuff. Okay, and I'm gonna start cleaning the sink out. So I'm gonna start putting everything in the soapy water. Yeah, guys, like, life is just so important. There's always going to be dishes, so don't take it to heart. You just got to know how to clean it up. That's all. Okay, this is garbage. Okay. Okay, this is almost cleared up. You need a clean surface to work, to actually clean. I know it sounds really, really weird. I don't want to touch my computer. And so here's my other trash bag right here. So you don't want to put your trash bag over there because then you're walking back and forth with like wet garbage, and it's going to get on the floor and it's going to make even more of a mess. So don't do that. So take it. Okay. All right. So that's clean, except for the ducky. Okay. I'm going to put some hot water. I'm going to clog it. Put some hot water, and I'm going to start dumping in my plates. All my plates. 1, 2, 3. Spoons go in there. Spoons. Whew, need more kids' toys. Like they're just playing with this. All right. So what has really helped me with like cleaning in general is just having a a different perspective on it. So Mother Teresa has this really awesome quote that I kind of really like, and if you if you want to change the world, love your family. Um, and I kind of altered it. I think what I say is if you want to change the world, go home and love your family because I'm an outside person. I don't love to be home. But yeah, it really has like changed my life. Like one of the things me and my girls love to do, we like to make a meal for like the women's shelter. And I can't do that if I don't have a clean kitchen. So it really does all start at home. And, you know, my husband is doing so much. It's just really important for him to, you know, all of us, like, to eat healthy, and it starts in your kitchen. So that's like one of my favorite quotes that really changed my perspective. Another thing that really has helped is like getting out of the slave mentality, like not thinking that, oh, I'm the one who has to cook and clean and take care of everything, but thinking that I'm so thankful that we have this dirty dish because it means that we have food to eat. And so really taking that negative thought and turning it into a positive thing has really, really helped. So you're going to go through, you're going to start here, work around, and you're going to put everything away, everything that needs to go in the trash, and you're going to organize it all up. So whatever needs to be soaked, I usually soak it and then put it right on my stove. Okay. The reason we clean the floor last is because you're always working from up to down. And that's because of gravity, everything's always going to fall down, so you want to clean the floor last. Shake this out. And I'm going to clean this. So, we made a break. This is our first break. And you're just going to wipe here. And you could really like throw it on the floor because you're going to sweep the floor up in a little bit. So it's like not a big deal. All right. that is like the first step. Now you have like a clean spot. This is progress right here. Just put everything where it needs to go. This is all garbage. All garbage. Half these things my kids just take out just to play with, and I don't know if it's dirty or clean, so it's like, this one's dirty, but this one looks like it was not even touched. And I know I didn't use it, but they were playing with it. Oh. Alright. Okay. Trying to see. This is my husband's. Okay, so along with plates is anything that's like flat like this. If it's flat like this, you're gonna put it in with the plate. So pot covers included. That way when you're starting to stack them, it's gonna stack really nicely. Right. So where's my sponge? Take it and just throw it on the floor. All the garbage, because that's where you're going to pick it up. This is why you wear shoes. Okay. All right, so there's a bunch of soap up here. I just scrubbed it down. I use a rag because it collects more of the soap, and so it's easier. It just speeds up the process. So get your rag. And always start from the top down. Top down. So these are like the rules. You work out, in, top, down. Don't fall. Check it out. Coffee stuff. All right. I'm just gonna rinse this out. Now, if you want to, I'm not going to do this on this step, but if you wanted to, now is the time where you get like a little spray bottle and start spraying everything down. So you see this area is clean. a lot of progress, and everything is now on this side. Okay. So now I'm going to start organizing this side of the kitchen, and then I'm going to start cleaning up. Actually, then I'm going to start actually the dishwashing. I know it's like, when are we going to start cleaning the dishes? We're going to get there. All right, so these are my clean eggs. I'm going to put them over here. You okay? My 2-year-old's having like a little meltdown over there. I'm pretty sure you can hear her. All right, so same process. Okay. So much intensity. Baby, she's probably hungry.
She's not. I don't know what's going on. You make video.
I don't know what's going on. But I do have eggs for her. I like to just take everything out of the package because you're going to throw away the package and just put them away. One day me and my kids got sick and I bought ramen noodles, and ever since then we've been eating ramen noodles. Like, they love it. Like, if we're traveling or something like that, I always just take like a pack of ramen noodles and, you know, it's just something that they'll eat. Okay, guys. So, okay, got it on my plates, my bowls. Got everything stacked there. Alright, so I am ready to begin the actual dish phase. Now, your dishes should be second to last, and then cleaning your floors is last. So, I got my pad ready. I got everything mostly organized. As you can see, Casey, everything is pretty much organized. All right, so how am I gonna put the camera so you can see what's going on? Okay. All right, let me see. There are 2 ways that you could do dishes. And so I'm gonna show you 2 ways that I found. All right, so can you see? All right, so all right, so the first way that I found that I really, how can I show this to you? Because I kind of need the space where my computer's at, but I'm gonna show it to you regardless. Okay, so the first way is to soak everything up. You have to have the water running. Soak it up. corn. Okay, I need to move. I don't have computer room. Okay, let me see. Here. All right. Okay, I got computer room now. All right, so there's two ways. All right, the first way is to take this and put it in here. And you're gonna start soaping up your dishes and placing them here. Now this only really works if you have like a little, if you have one of these things to like squirt it. So you're gonna put it, let it, take it, soap it, put it down. You're gonna keep going. And then you're gonna spray it down. So and you're going to position the faucet so it's actually cleaning the dishes as well when you're not spraying it. So that's the first way that you could like do this efficiently. The second way is to take your dish. This is what I typically do. Clean the top and clean the bottom and then put it face down. And I let the water spray it face down. This way I'm only rinsing the top part when I get to it because the back side of the plate is already clean because the water is running on it. So let's just do that real quick. Soap it. I'm running out of soap. I used to be really, really concerned about not wasting water, and I found that really slowed me down when doing dishes. I don't know why. My grandma does that actually. She turns the water on and off. Like if you're soaping things, the water has to be off, because to her that's wasting water. Okay, now everything is on their back, so as you rinse, this is now clean. So I don't have to do that side. I just got to make sure the face of the plate is all clean and nice. Okay. You do the plates first because they take up the most space. And when you put them on the drying rack, like it's best to put them first because um, it you'll see it like you're organizing it nicely here. So the plates are gonna go first, and then your bowls is gonna go right on top of them. So dirty. Okay. All right. So next I'm gonna do my bowls. Find all the bowls, put them in. So now, because I didn't have these soaking, whatever needs to be soaked, you're just gonna soak it. Like, it doesn't actually take much to soak. You would think that it takes like, like overnight to soak it, but not really. It takes like a few minutes just to get all the grime off. Okay, set all my bowls. Yep. All right. So same thing. Turn them upside down. Oh, oh, it's slippery. Before, I lived in like a condo, and it was so small, and I was like cleaning up right before we went to an event, and I made this huge thing of mac and cheese, and the soap like squirted, and it went straight into the mac and cheese. Like, I was so devastated, you guys, like devastated. So this is giving me a hard time, this one. I'm just gonna take it and set it aside, and this one too. It's not the end of the world. Just take it, soak it, put it aside. Okay? My kids are like, Mama, so bad. So I usually clean at night when my husband's home, taking care of them. So, they're just like, Mama. Usually, what really helps me clean at night, that you just have to actually try to believe me, is turning on the light up there right above your sink. That helps me so much. It's like, I just don't know why. Um, it helps so much. It just makes me feel like it's morning time. I think it tricks the body into thinking it's daylight because the light is so bright. And so you just don't feel tired. Or I guess the word would be as tired. So I know if you never tried it, just turn on the light above your sink, and like, I'm telling you, it just makes you feel like, oh, it's daytime. I have energy to do this. So when I start doing the dishes, I know obviously it's like the second to last step that I mentioned. This is the time where I put out my phone and I look at a video, and I just kind of like daze out and look at my YouTube playlist. So that way things are just more enjoyable. Right? Okay. So now that I have that done, you see the bowls are stacked on top of the plates. I'm gonna start doing the oh, there's some more bowls right here. Ooh, forgot about you guys. See, the stop start is like what gets you. So after you finish getting the trash, like putting the trash away, like on the counter, like getting your counter clean, that's like a good time to take a break, like pause and take a break if you need it. And then after you do your plates or your bowls and your cups, those are also a good time to take like a break and to do whatever else you need to do. Okay. All right. So this is all of. Ooh. So when I was younger, I had oh goodness, I had PTSD because I was severely like abused as a kid, and this is pretty much known. But my abuser would make me clean up before he abused me. Um, so I for years couldn't clean because that would remind me, that would like start triggering me. So when I became, so pretty much, long story, but like a couple years ago, God, Jesus totally healed me of like everything. I mean, like all my symptoms, all my flashback, all my anxiety, all my depression, like all that stuff, it just totally went away. So I had to learn how to clean from scratch. And I just didn't know what to do because um, there was like so much stress behind cleaning. For example, I couldn't have anyone watch me clean. Like I would have severe anxiety. Like I couldn't clean with anyone there. So the house had to be empty. I had to be like in a really, really good place, meaning like I had to have like a distraction. So I would be listening to music or something that would really, really distract me so I wouldn't be in my mind, you know. Um, so I had like a really, really hard time in just learning the steps, and I was never I didn't grow up with like my own house, so I never had to do dishes. Like kind of like hopped around when I was like a preteen to a teenager. Um, so I never had like my own place, so I didn't know how to manage a house, how to, you know, cook or how to clean or how to do any of this stuff because yeah, I never had it. So this was like, you know, it was really hard. It was really hard to get started. And like I think people were just like, you're an architectural designer, like you could figure out things that we can't figure out. Like, you don't need help. And I'm like, I do need help actually. So, if you see someone struggling with something in particular, usually it's not like, especially when it's like someone's like hoarding or like cleaning, you know, just don't think that it's a disorder. Sometimes something triggered it, and for me, it was it was pretty obvious being abused. But God is so good, and like He healed me. So it's like, dude, what more do you want out of a God? All right, so this is what we got so far. That's what's left. And now we are going to tackle the spoons and the forks and the knives. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to dump it in there. All right, so now I'm going to getting the bowl out. Make sure the bowl is really nice and clean. Just the inside of the bowl. The outside of the bowl is going to be sitting in the sink, so it doesn't quite matter. You can't see the sink. All right, there you go. So fill this up with water. Put it in clean water. All the knives are going to go down. All the spoons. It's up to you. You can put the spoons up and the forks up and the knives down. But I do tend to put like the bigger utensils down as well, because if I don't, then it won't be cleaning anything. So as you can see, I'm only like wiping the top part because it's already sitting in soapy water. Anything that's here already has soap and bleach on it. So it pretty much should be clean. So I'm just scrubbing up here and all I'm doing is making sure that there's nothing stuck on here. That's all I'm doing, just checking it one by one. Okay, it's like almost an hour. We're actually doing pretty well for just like this much amount of time. I really didn't mention cleaning the fridge. And I tend to clean the fridge the night before trash is due. So if trash is due Wednesday, then Tuesday night I will clean out the fridge and then bleach everything that was just sitting in there. And I also just use vinegar and water and just wipe everything down. That way vinegar doesn't like contaminate the food or anything like that. Um, so now I'm gonna take everything out one by one, stack it in here. You want to do this step last because I guarantee if you don't do like your utensils last, you're gonna just find a bunch somehow, like some way hidden somewhere. And you're going to be like, no, I just thought I finished this. And you didn't. So that's why I always save this last. And also, if you do this first, if you put it here first, all the weight is going to be here. So it's going to topple over. So you need to put the plates first before you do the utensils. Sometimes you see the clean with me videos, and it's like they speed everything up, and you can't really tell how long it takes them. You know, really, really get a feel for it. Um, but yeah, so you could like pick up a few at a time and just clean it out because it's already sitting in clear. This is clean water. So I just pick up a few out. What you're doing is just making sure that everything is clean. My mom can clean so well. Like when my mom came to the United States, my sister had a non-stick she had a non-stick pot and it was all black, you know, and my mom scrubbed it out, like scrubbed all the black out because she thought it was dirty. Like she didn't know, like you know what a non-stick pan was. But my mom is a clean freak. My mom could clean anything, and that gene has totally skipped my generation. Like to me, like to her was just natural. To me, this is something that I had to like learn step by step. Okay, this is clean. All right, now I'm gonna go back to this that was just sitting there. This should be clean by now. Like this should easily come out. Not easily. It's not coming out easily. Oh. Okay. I need a knife. I just told you to get all the tools, and I haven't. I haven't gotten all the tools I needed, but still improvise. It's not the end of the world. All right. So that step is done. All right. So this is what we got so far. Um, you could just use a towel if you don't have a drying mat. You don't have to go out and buy one. Just use a towel. But pretty much, this is what we have left to do. So this is so I'm gonna take all the pots and pans. I'm gonna wash them and I'm gonna put it back on the stove to let it dry. You could also just get a towel and just place it right here, but I don't know why. I always just let it sit on the stove. Do you want to watch me do this part too? Okay, so let's see, which one should we start with? Huh. I think we'll just start with this one and just work our way down, right? kind of wish there was like a class on like how to really, really clean efficiently, like really, really do it, you know? I'm almost done, but I'm getting tired. But I gotta just keep pressing. I gotta keep pressing for you. This could be like a time that I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna do like the pots and pans later. You know, just gonna get a rag down. I'll just stack them over here. That way I don't have to go behind the camera all the time. I'm surprised my 3-year-old isn't like, Mom, let's do dishes. She doesn't do dishes with me, but like she just sits and play with a bowl of water next to me. But she loves it. Like this is like what we do as our special time when the baby is sleeping. So it really helps me like to combine things that I have to do and include the babies, the kids with me, um, because they just think that they're helping me, that they're really like a part of the family unit, and so she really enjoys it. She really likes it. She just gets like a little toy animal and a bowl of water, and she just sits and plays while I do the dishes, and it's really nice, you know. If you combine, you know, what you have to do with your kids and make them a part, it just makes things easier, and it kind of shows them that this, like, I would do the dishes like when they were sleeping or clean when they're sleeping, and now I do all that stuff when they're awake because this is what mom does, you know. They need to see, and now they help me clean up, you know, because they see me cleaning up to help me put things away because they see me do it, you know. Whereas before I would like they wouldn't be a part of it at all. So yeah, get your family involved because the more they see you do it, the more they're like, oh, this is how we do it, and it's not intimidating and it's not hard and it's just part of life. And that's really the key. Like you want it to be part of your life. These were soaking, so that's why everything is just coming out so easily. It doesn't have to be soaking in hot water. This needs to be soaking. It doesn't even need solution, but just it's been soaking for like since what? Almost an hour since I started, right? Oh. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, why isn't my drain going down? So I don't have anything that I mixed meat in because that will be the last step. I'll show you my last step with one of my pots. But pretty much anything that touch meat is absolutely the last thing. It doesn't matter if
Mary, come here.
it doesn't matter
Now.
what it is. If it's like a fork or a spoon, I put all that into a separate bowl so that you hear them? I put it all in a separate bowl so that it all is going to be bleached at the last step, all right, of cleaning the pots and stuff. Okay. Just waiting for this to go down. It's all these little things getting in there. Do, 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 do. Come on. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to be wasting your time, but I need to do this. And I don't want to touch my computer, you know. Yeah. So, like, what got me really motivated to clean in the first place is kind of like imagine the lifestyle that I want to have, you know, like I kind of wanted my house to like feel like when you walk into a hotel room, you know that feeling that you have? Like, it's just like you just drop your bags and you're just like, oh, finally I'm here. And everything is just like perfect and clean. And you just feel like, you just feel like you could just relax. You're just so happy to be there, especially like after like you were traveling and stuff. That's kind of like what I want my home to feel like. Like for me, like just for me, like when I come home, it's like this, oh my gosh, like I drop my bags, I could just relax and just, and that's pretty much like how I got inspired to clean. Just like whatever is gonna motivate you, like sit with that emotion, like just let that emotion like overtake you, and then like be like, oh man, that's what life would be like if my house was clean, if my kitchen was clean, then like I would have this feeling and like get excited over that feeling and like start liking that feeling. And then when you are cleaning, just keep thinking about, yeah, you're getting to that point where you can walk into your house and like have that, like that emotion that you have of just letting go and just being like in a retreat, you know. Um, versus like you come home from a long day of work and then you look around to something like really chaotic and you're just like, I want to go back to work. At least I don't have to do dishes there. Okay, so the last step, these are just strands. The last step, is anything that touches me. So I'm going to clean it with a paper towel. All the meat stain out. Throw it away. Take this. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take my Ajax, sprinkle it, and also sprinkle the whole sink. Because this is what touched meat. This is the last thing I'm going to clean. right? And so I'm gonna start by cleaning the sink. Always clean from cleanest to dirtiest, right? So cleanest, and then inside the pot. So if I use like a spoon to mix the meat, another bowl, anything that touches meat, this is when I would do it. I don't wash that while I'm washing everything else because then it will contaminate it. Okay, so that's why you save this last. Okay. All right. So progress. All right. Okay. Let's see. Oh, no, I'll move it here. Okay. So this is actually clean. Take everything, throw it on the floor. All right, so now these are all clean. If I have time, I will actually wipe them, but they'll dry, and then I'll stick them in my cupboard. And they're already like, organized, so I just stick them in there. Okay, and then, let's see, I have to move this over here. Then I'm just gonna wipe.
Victoria, get over here.
I was using this soap. I don't know if you could see. Yes. we have pretty much gotten everything kind of clean, right? Um, all of the dishes are done. So the last step would be the floor. Yes. All right. So what do I need for the floor? I need my mop, my handy dandy mop. I got my mop. Oops. All right. Where is that thing that I was using as a stand? Okay. I really hope this video is not really long and annoying. I really hope that it's instructional, even though I'm kind of all over the place. Okay, so how I'm gonna clean this floor. I'm gonna first clog up my sink. Feels like you just bleached it. You could bleach it again if you have to, but you could add some bleach. All right. And as that's running, I'm gonna start cleaning. My kids were playing horse with my broom, so this is what I have to work with. So I'm gonna start sweeping the floor. I'm gonna sweep from the outside into the kitchen. All right. All right. That's enough water. I don't know if you can see my entire kitchen. I'm gonna start over there. You may not be able to see me because I'm not. I'm just gonna start cleaning.
Don't. Mary, stop. I said don't push. Don't play with something else. And you are getting upper shoulder and neck pain, I'm supposed to say that you have rounded shoulders. Using the natural method after the shoulder stretches, they will relax your muscles and repractice. Your shoulders will relax. Let's get started. Increase the vision and move your shoulder up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Raise the elbow upward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move your shoulder backward. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are rotating back enough, you will feel the tension in your shoulders.
Okay, so that was kind of explanatory, sweeping the floors. But now you have a bowl, you have a sink of water with soap. I don't know if you see it. If you wanted to wipe down your counters, this is the time to just do that. You have a rag, you could just start wiping the counters, all right? You probably do it first because you're always working from top to bottom because the soap is going to go down and it's going to drip on the floor. So then you do your floors. If you want to do your counters, now's the time to do it. Your cabinets and stuff like that. You want to wipe down glass, now's the time to do it. I'm not going to do all that. I got my mop. Ooh, how am I going to show this? My mop right here. And I'm just going to go. If you have like a really hard spot, like right where my kids sleep, take your broom, dunk it in some water, and then brush that spot. Like that legit works. Like it's like a bigger brush. It takes a lot less elbow grease. Okay. Right. I'm gonna let this dry in my sink in the utility room where my washer and dryer is. Let these dry in there.
Let's move right towards the we want to hear about.
Okay. Let the sink go. And that's it, guys. This is it. So I hope this really has helped you. That's dirty. Let me know if this actually helps you. So this is the after. So yeah. Let me know if this actually helped you. Let me know your tips down below. If you want to see more like efficiently cleaning stuff, like step by step and how to do it, let me know because I've been there. So it took me an hour 22 minutes, which is pretty good. When I started, it would take me like legit, it would take me like 3 hours to clean. Like it would take me 2, 3 hours. So it's all about practice, you guys. Practice, practice, practice. Making your everything that you have to do every single day. If you make it more efficient, it means that you have more time in the day to do things that you want to do. So it's really important for things that you have to do, make it fast, easy, structured, so you know how to do it. All right, it's just something that everyone needs to know. Okay, so have a blessed day and comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I really appreciate it because I typically do hair videos. I don't do stuff like this, but I really appreciate you guys.